Hello, my lovelies. Well, do you know what? I've had words in the distant past with MMA philosophy about the way he carries on, and he's just produced a video explaining why he's backing up Shadow Boxer, right? So my MMA philosophy, I think you'll regret this. You'll regret this because it won't go away. It will never go away. You've stuck it on yourself now because if you hear it, listen to what he's saying in it. Anyway, just to give an overview of it, he hated Shadowboxer. Shadowboxer shouldn't be allowed on YouTube. Shadowboxer was even though Shadowboxer was never accused of rape, he was accused of assault. But look, if he wants to support Shadowboxer, that's up to him. Go for it. If he doesn't want to support him, don't. As I say, in this whole issue over Shadowboxer or anyone else, if someone wants Shadowboxer on the panel, on their StreamYard, that's up to them. If they don't want to have him on, that's up to them. If they want to condemn him and say he's guilty, that's up to them. If they want to say he's not guilty, that's up to them. That's what you call living in a democracy, right? But is MMA philosophy saying this because he believes somehow, or he's had his thoughts changed? He tried to explain it away at one point by saying that he'd read in the court documents that the barrister had apologised on behalf of his client for what had happened. Well, that's basically an admittance of guilt. But what he said, because Shadowboxer didn't say it himself, that meant Shadowboxer was innocent and he'd got him wrong. Look, only a dunce would not know that a barrister cannot apologise on the client's behalf unless their client instructs them to apologise, because it's an admittance of guilt. And a court would never accept an apology unless the client instructed that apology to be given. But he tries to worm it around. But this is what's disgusting about him, right, and vile about him. I mean MMA philosophy. I say if he wants to believe that he's innocent, fine. That's up to him. But does he believe he's innocent? No, he doesn't. And I tell you how he doesn't. Because it's very, how can I put it, true to form of MMA philosophy, that if Paddy Conroy decides someone is guilty or innocent, suddenly MMA philosophy decides that they're innocent or guilty, according to what Paddy's saying. He is the biggest Paddy Conroy ass monkey out there, or what you could call sycophant. Had this with him in the past. When Paddy was friendly with Decker, he was friendly with Decker. When Paddy turned on Decker, suddenly MMA philosophy turned on Decker and was making up all kinds of lies about him. And he was when Paddy Conroy was friendly with Tony Burks and Paul Ellis, he was friendly with Tony Burks and Paul Ellis. When Paddy Conroy fell out with Ellis and Burks, he fell out with Ellis and Burks. Do you see the trend here? Whatever his idol says, he goes with. But what's so offensive about this, and I'll leave you to watch it yourself, he's actually coming out with scenarios about why women lie about GRAPE. Can't say the word. That's what he's saying. In other words, he's trying to come up with scenarios to convince you why Shadowboxer is innocent. And he keeps on saying, I'm not saying this happened in Shadow's case. Well, why say it then? If he's not saying this happened in Shadowboxer's case, why say it? He's saying it because he's trying to rationalise and say, no, he's innocent. Just wait. If Paddy ever turns on Shadowboxer again, wait for this little arse monkey, right, to suddenly turn on Shadowboxer. But if you watch it, it's disgusting. And what's even more offensive, this is a father of 2 daughters. And what he's doing is painting a scenario about women are liars. Or why are vicious. Basically, what he's saying is the vindictive liars. But it's not about what happened to Shadow. Well, why say no? He's trying to paint Shadow Box as a victim. You want to believe she's a victim? Believe it. You don't want to believe she's a victim? Believe it. But you don't go saying what he said in this video. Shame on you, MMA philosophy. But you know what? You've put your paw print there. And you know what on earth makes you think that Paddy Conroy doesn't know what you are when you're doing things like this? He'll have no respect for you. No one in the criminal fraternity likes an ass monkey, I can assure you, and they can see them a mile off. He's not an idiot. But I thought I'd say this, my lovelies, absolutely shameful. Shameful.